Post-truth. Relating to or denoting circumstances in which objective facts are less influential in shaping public opinion than appeals to emotion and personal belief. In 2016, post-truth became the Oxford Dictionary's Word of the Year. How did the promise of the information age turn into the dystopia of the post-truth age? The internet democratized the world of information. It leveled the playing field between citizens and institutions, and it gave a voice to many previously marginalized individuals and communities. The internet also changed where people go to find news and general information. There has been a steady migration away from traditional resources toward content delivered by web search engines and social media. As web search engines and social media became the primary go-to source for news and general information, the public has become less conscious of the source of information, who creates it, and whether it's trustworthy. A paradox of the information age is that while we have access to many more and diverse information sources, it's getting harder to distinguish fact from opinion and truth from lies. Search engines and social media act as information filters. Filters have become essential as we sort and sift through vast amounts of information. Search has also become personalized. Filters are evaluating both what we look at and the person who's looking at it. A search for movies won't just search the cinema listings. It will filter by what's on at the closest cinema to where you are now. A search for products will remember and filter by all your past searches and purchases. Over the past decade, personalized search has spread from the world of online shopping to become an inherent design feature in all major search engines and social media websites. What worked well for shopping becomes problematic when applied to how we search for factual information. Personalized search can distort our view of reality, creating a personal filter bubble that reinforces our existing beliefs while limiting our exposure to new ideas and contrary viewpoints. Personalized search operates imperceptibly and without our conscious consent. Its influence is effectively subliminal. We have little awareness of and even less control over the data that is collected about us and how it's used to filter our access to information. Conversely, advertisers can pay to use this data to influence the information that we retrieve. Political campaign managers in the USA and UK described micro-targeted messaging via social media as decisive in recent elections. Propaganda is persuasively presented information, whether false or true, that is intended to influence people's beliefs and behavior. Propaganda has negative connotations, but it is nevertheless a manifestation of free speech and democratic discourse. Cyber propaganda presents new problems, such as social bots, which automatically generate thousands of artificial messages in support of or opposition to candidates and causes. They distort human democratic discourse and have influenced recent elections. For democracy to work, people need access to objective and trustworthy information. Let's compare and contrast some alternative search methods in use on the internet and consider their impact on objectivity. Relevancy-based search is where content is ranked by its relevancy to the question. It is based on library and information science, and it aims for the objective retrieval of content by best match to the meaning of the question. Popularity-based search is where content is ranked by its popularity and connections. It underpins how most search engines and social media searches work. While it's not biased by subject, it limits exposure to new or outlier content. Personality-based search, or personalized search, is where content is ranked based on personal profiles about each user's past behaviors and preferences. It has been a very successful model for online shopping experiences, but its self-referential design hinders objective access to facts and general knowledge or alternative views. Publicity-based search is where content is ranked by the interests of paying advertisers. While this has gained acceptance in the market of products and services, it becomes problematic when applied to the market of ideas, to news, facts, and political discourse. What do you think about post-truth issues? How can science and technology help? Are search and social media companies properly balancing the interests of their investors and advertisers against the public's need for objective factual information? What should government and regulators do? What should they not do? How can schools, colleges and libraries help people to discern trustworthy information sources and distinguish facts from opinions? As citizens and netizens, how can we build a culture that is curious and open-minded, fact-loving and search-savvy? How can we promote and protect truthfulness as a core value required of all members and institutions in our society? Are you ready to engage?